following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Last Dance finale. But before we start every Last Dance finale or any finale, it's time for narrator KT. The Last Dance by KT. The Last Dance, the final checks, the final steps. The shoes and soles on the feet wore down, but the pressure only amplified. Today something different happens. It's the New Age. The New Age finales have been a trend. The danger lurks as strobe lights fly across the room, with microbursts of flourishing light entering your retina. The weight of your lower body with every step turning from side to side, on every single turn. You still don't know which way it will go. There is an aura that lurks around every corner of the dance room. No matter the shoes brought to the fore, you must remain cordial. The final dance doesn't care where you are, who you are, or where you came from. It only cares about one thing: finality. The price of admission may be priceless to enter, but after this series, the damage will either be heaven or hell. For every twist, a turn awaits, but today, at 2 o'clock, the final dance will seal the fate. That, my friends, is the pressure. Welcome to the final chapter. Welcome to the Last Dance finale. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Last Dance finale. If that didn't give you goosebumps, I don't know what will. Between Yoshi and Bad Brad. For Yoshi, it's been a wild ride. As I said in the intro, it's been strange for him. A lot of strange games to get here, and a lot of instances where he probably shouldn't have won. Well, the same could be said for Brad. A lot of strange incidents where he probably shouldn't have won. Should have lost the first series, but he found a way. Both have had resiliency out the wazoo. Both have found the aura, the right energy to get here onto the final dance floor. They know what's at stake. They know where they came from. There's the old final graphic made by Short himself and Cody. Of course, Cody made the final graphic. Of course, Short made some of the other graphics you're about to see. And we'll start with Yoshi, our Acrobat Championship. Our Acrobat Region Champion. Well, he took care of Christian Tagoe in the final four. We already know his agenda. He beat Rogers, Smith, Rip Ghost. But that game against Tagoe was truly one of the weirdest games of all time that we have ever seen in the final four. It may have not looked pretty, but he got it done in a game 11 that showcased a lot of card luck. We'll see if that happens today. Let's hope the 12th man doesn't interfere. For Brad, it's a really different story for Brad. He had to take care of Toaster Guy in a more cleaner game, but it didn't go the max distance. The last two series have not went the max. Brad would like to avoid that today and get it done cleaner. Can he figure it out? We'll find out. Tuna Region Pod. Masquerade May Pod. Sorry, it's on the OBS. It says Tuna Region. I didn't change that. But the last pod, as I like to say, the final dance, it's Yoshi versus Brad. For Yoshi, he knows what's in store, right? He's trying to keep the only two states that have ever won a tournament is New Jersey, Illinois. If he gets it done, that trend will continue. Or does Brad add the Washington State, the PNW, and give the West Coast some flavor? We're going to find out. They know what's on the line. For Bad Brad, a win here today, he starts entering the top echelon of Super League. For Yoshi, he gets that automatic berth, and he'll start entering the top echelon, the top 10 potentially. A lot's on the line here today. We go into the scene. It's going to be Caesar and me rolling the dice here, as I like to call it. Let's go to Caesar. Caesar, both of these guys have had ridiculous paths to get here. You look at Brad, he should have been gone minute one, but you look at his game, it's been all about the mentality for him. His mental game has been probably the biggest turnaround we have ever seen in this league. From when he lost to myself and them, he was out of it, and then he's changed. For Yoshi, it was a little bit different, right? He was always good in the non-clutch moments. He's clutched up enough to where, especially against DJ when he lost, he found the rhythm, and he's done a great job here to get here. What do you think the keys will be? 3 keys of this game? Because on paper, you would think this game would come down to more of a skill base, but we have seen anything but that the last 5 series, 5 out of the last 6 series. The last 2 series where I could say it's been more clean has been the 2 series with Toaster Guy, ironically, where he's been a part of. And Brad was a part of that in the last one. What are your 3 keys to the game? Well, let's start with the road team like I always do in the finale, right? It's always important to get the road mindset. Let's go with Brad. Brad, you are the visiting team here. This is nothing new. You have been the visitor against JT. You were the visitor, I believe, in the past against myself. You know what to do here. You've been the visitor multiple times. Is the game a little bit different from the visitor side as Ed joins in? And your thoughts on just how you have to stay mentally composed. We have praised your mental game since basically the first press conference of this tournament to now. What do you got to do today? I already know you're going to say it's 11 games of Uno. It's just another series, and it matters like any other game. But just what is your nerves, Brad, going through this series, right? Just talk to me about the journey to get here, and you'll let me know in probably VC chat, as always. The game chat, feel free to type it out, Brad. Your thoughts coming in. Yoshi, for you, it's a different story. We know you talk, so we're going to do this simple. I mean, how do you just recompartmentalize after that? Let's call it a series and a half against Tagoe as Ed joins us. Just your thoughts in the last 48 hours of how you've recompartmentalized here, looking to keep the trend going for the two states, as I mentioned, and your thoughts on playing Brad, a guy you had brought into the server, which is crazy to think.
Yeah, I think with the last game, it was definitely a series where a lot was not going right for me, and I feel like I had to really switch things up to get it done. And I did it in having 2 games in my homestand, saving that one power play that ended up mattering quite a bit. 2 games in my homestand, saving that one power play that ended up I think for me, I'm just. Oh wait, Brad typed in the VC chat, not So yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, it was definitely a series where I can look back at and see what the craziness that happened. But I think as far as my gameplay, it definitely felt like almost as good as it could have been with maybe a few different ideas. But I do think I played well despite all the chaos, and I'm here just hoping for a more clean set of games. And if the bot could always, like it's been almost in this entire tournament, the bot can always not go my way. And if I lose like that, then it is what it is. I've gotten this far. For both of us, you could argue we're playing for house money because realistically, both of us have a reason not to even be here. So it's like we're just playing on house money, looking for that win while we've been given the opportunity. And I expect a lot from Brad. I think he's like kind of a player who I feel like I don't even need to study tape to kind of understand him. And because I've seen him quite a bit, and he probably has evolved his gameplay, so I'm gonna have to look into that for sure. But regardless, I think it's gonna be a matchup where I just gotta see what he goes for and try and do some counters. And I've played games where I didn't have much, and it's definitely hard to win those sets of games. But I think it's definitely something I can figure out in this series, which will definitely help me in moving forward. But yeah, just looking forward to. I'm honestly just looking forward to this match. Not even like I'm going to be competitive with it, but the feeling I'm feeling the most right now is just excited. I'm not going to be too excited like Tagoe was. No offense. I'm not going to be too excited because I gotta focus on the game, but I have to just enjoy the fact that I'm here.
Yeah, we apologize for the echoing. I have no idea what's going on with that. I'll have to look into that another time. But I think that's just going to be for post-game quotes. I'll keep an eye on that. But regardless, let me look at what Brad said. Brad, I'm sorry. I meant to say the Last Dance finale chat, but you did put it in VC. Just in the future, put it in the Last Dance finale chat. I don't know why I said VC chat. My fault. It's been a long way here. I don't want to lose when I'm this close to a tournament win. I know that I can win as the visitor. Well, we know Caesar just had lunch, and basically, the main key is what will the bot? That's it, because this bot is on this entire tournament. So I think the main key is if the bot will be giving out ammo like it's printing money, Another key is the mental game, right? Mental game, mental game, mental game. 11 games should outdraw you mentally unless it's a very short game, which again, the first key I said is the main key. The final key is keeping mistakes at an all-time low, not to allow the opponent to know your hand, especially if it's a match point or game 11, because you just know the opponent will avoid the call you actually should everyone. That's it. The mental game has been the big talking point as much as the bot's been on one. I don't know what's going to win out today, Caesar, but we're going to find out, right? That's the beauty of this game. It's the experimental element of we don't know what's going to happen, right? Well, I think we're done for pregame. It's time to get down to business, my friends. Caesar, as always, you were going to act as our referee today. Let's get this Last Dance finale underway. Yoshi, it's game one, my friend. Welcome to the finale. Welcome to the Last Dance. What are we starting off with?
I think 8 is a good start.
All right, let's do it with the 8. Crazy 8s we go with. For Bad Brad, he'll join in second. For Yoshi, he'll start it up. They know what's on the line here today. The last game in the tournament. The last game we'll see for 2 weeks as we'll be on summer break. Yoshi's coming in hot. Brad's coming in hot. Something's got to give in a sense that both are on house money today. Yoshi's in. Brad's in. And we're underway. What other way to start it off than it's on one on a red reverse? I mean, you can't draw that up anymore, Caesar. You can't draw it up, man. You cannot draw that up if you tried. This has been it's almost fitting that we start the finale on an action card where this bot has been on one. All right, Yoshi just going to play it cool here. 8-card start. You look at this game, MCSR 2 power play. That's like we have had for most of the tournaments. As I've said in the past, only March was the exception. You'll see a little bit different format come Super League time in September, October. But for T2 through 4, at least guaranteed, this is the format. Best of 11 finale, 2 power play for the new fans at home. Barry goes into a blue 7. Best of 13 is subject to commission on T5 if needed. We'll discuss that another time, but that's not here or there. This is just the rules I had to get out of the way, just some promotional messages. Okay, now the messages are over. We start off with the Brad being the first guy to switch on the aggression, but it's controlled aggression from Bad Brad. Brad is a player that typically likes to run clean, but knows when to be aggressive. One have to. Yoshi and Brad are just going to run this blue clean. Yoshi was the first one to fire off a red, off the bots. An interesting send as we go small straight reverse action, the 4-2 combo. Brad's talked about his mental game. He's trying to amp it up, trying to have that Ashley foresight. For Yoshi, it's just about enjoying this moment, trying to play clean. As Bad Brad's going to draw early. And we have seen this moment, Caesar. Brad is not a guy and is never afraid to be down in a series. Look, we have seen this multiple times where he doesn't care about being down 2-0. It's nothing. It's like drinking water for Bad Brad. As Yoshi draws early, we'll see how it goes. Brad looking to see if he gets a little check right here. Nope, he's going to be content. Brad aggressive early on the switch, aggressive early on the D-City. Well, Seattle's not too far away from Brad. He knows that the Pacific Northwest is known for rain, but it's also known for cherries. Great state for that. Let's see if he's trying to put some cherries on Yoshi's plate here and put him to sleep. We'll find out as Ed joins us and leaves for a second. He'll come back. Brad taking his time. Yoshi's trying to do the opposite, right? The NJ is known for the garden state. We'll see if he has a garden of ammo. It's been his story the whole tournament as well. It's been a story of everybody's seasons this far, I guess you could say. At least this tournament especially. Ammo is going to be the key, and if you just get the right amount, it could be enough to get you into a lead and potentially a series win here and clinch yourself into Super League. Super League-wise, Brad knows what he's got to do. He wins this game. He starts favoring the top. The top of the echelon gets scared. He knows it. Yoshi wins. It may not be top of the echelon, but now he starts looking at buy potential. And that's all he's been looking for since he entered the league. To even enter Super League would be a dream. For both these guys, they know what's on the line. There's no class battle here. They both have won their respective classes. This isn't the second finale where we saw it was an all-rookie battle between Ashley and Cap. It's just a different type of class battle here today. It's all about the big one, right? Getting that Last Dance finale. Brad's going to draw a little bit more. Yoshi's going to draw back potentially as well. Brad trying to get this into a game where he gets more cards, and it's been his big story for Brad. He's not afraid to draw City It Up, Caesar. You can tell. Feel free to make any Uno Watch comment VC. Comments at Uno Watch VC. as we just wait for that first crescendo moment here from Brad or Yoshi. We saw the crescendo slightly from Brad with the blue switch, but nothing crazy, and now here comes Brad. Let's see if he makes the move first. He's been content so far. And that's not really anything special. That's just a little bit of a blue 4 action. Brad just going to put one out there, feeler. And I don't think Yoshi's going to bite on that switch. Smart from him. Let's see if Brad pulls the trigger here. Brad trying to analyze his hands here. He's been in this situation before many times. He's been trying to craft his spot, make the right move, and there's the move. He's got the lead just like that. Brad takes the lead. This is a big moment for Brad. You know, he's been in these moments before where things could get out of hand. And it's just a tie right there. Erases that 2 draws from Yoshi and Brad, the 2 cards played. Brad looking for the PO here. Nope, no postal office Peter style. He wasn't going to switch it. He's going to play it cool. But he does have the PA, the possession arrow. And now we start rolling into this Clint green. Obviously, looking for Pandora's a little bit, waiting on that sunshine yellow here. It's been hot in the U.S. The heat wave has been rolling in. We go back to red. There's the cherry I was talking about. Brad looking to find a little bit more lock and key. Yoshi does the crossover back. Is Brad iced out, or is that a little bit of a gamesmanship move from Brad? Is it going to be the quad 5? He's done it again. Bad Brad. He's talked about these crossovers. Well, that's for sure. Yoshi can't cross back over on the green 5. Will have to be alternative here. No need for no alternative. We'll just run into it. Brad with the PO. Move right there with the PO efficiency, as I like to call it, in honor of Peter. Does a great job to ice it out just enough. Now he runs. Brad with the possession arrow, too. Waiting for Brad to make his first play as a double or more. Haven't seen that yet in this series. We'll see if that's something he looks into. There it is. First double play. Is that a door opener, though, in a way? Is that a lock and key combo for Yoshi just to run those reds? Or does he be aggressive on the switching? Did Brad run out of red? We'll find out. Or is this a classic case of Brad's going to use a little bit here and have extra in the tank? We'll find out. It's the finale season right now. I have to say this has been a interesting first game. We started with that something. It's been something on the reverse start, but ever since then it's calmed down. Pretty calm right here in the water. That may not be the first calm move, I think. This could be something interesting right here. Brad pulled the pin a little early. He may get the switch he needs, though, on that blue wild. Let's see. I mean, at this rate, with blue having been kind of sporadic, you would think this would be a chance for Brad to operate. 2 power plays. Don't expect that here in game 1. Expect this to be more of a feeler. And Brad just going to draw back. Nothing for Brad on the blue. Interesting. Yoshi just going to run the blue. See if Brad can cross it back over. He can't. Yoshi looking to make a move right here. That's interesting. Caesar, that's a little interesting. We have, now we've been so accustomed. We don't really see wilds accustomed like this about 8 to 9 cards. So this is something I'm interested to see where the ammo could lie here. Right now, it's basically a fade classic, I guess you'd call it. It wouldn't be a classic because he didn't. If he would have just drew, then of course it's the classic. But it's a fade classic, the sideburn look. So I'm interested to see where this could lie. That's not anything special. That's just a little bit of a wink there. So Brad, he just has to reevaluate. And he's gonna leave. And so now he's going. So now Brad's gonna play aggressive here. Interesting. He wants the switch. I don't think Yoshi's gonna bite on that switch. So Brad trying to put some feelers out there. This is where we talked about this with the Ashley Foresight. This is one of the best at doing it. Is Ashley does those feelers on those reverses and knows when to stick it right and properly. So Brad is trying to learn. Let's see what it's going to be from the bad man. There's the move. It could be running more in the rest season. I was thinking that in my head, but at the same time, we haven't seen a wild that weirdly played in a long time. We have to readjust to stuff like that. We're not going to see the wild saves like we see with certain players all the time. It's more Monkey. My Monkey's a guy who uses them early, right? And sometimes he just doesn't care about winning the game. He uses that more as a shark move, as a bait move, and it's a possible move. We'll look into that. I don't have a two. There's a lot of questions I can ask from this game because it's been low ammo. Yeah, very strange. Extremely strange right now. Very, very strange on the drawing. It seems, yeah, as Brad goes into red now, it seems like we're trying to dance around a lot the colors, which is fitting for the Last Dance finale. I mean, that's fitting. That is fitting. Be fair. Here comes Brad looking for a run here on the red. No, still nothing. I mean, I don't think Brad's played anything more than 2 cards. There's been no chains for Brad. He's been calm, cool, collected, just usual. Just got off a series with Toast, who likes the. And this is interesting from Yoshi here, Caesar. This is very interesting. We've seen Abion fish for +2s before and +4s. Brad, on the other hand, he's been content a lot of the time. Let's see what it's going to be from the man right here. There's a +2 from Brad. There's looking for a triple. Oh, yeah, bad Brad. Beautiful. Quad, that's game. That's game. Brad, huge win. And I got to say, Brad, that was excellent control. Excellent control on your end. You could have easily baited on that blue wild as a bait and used the +2 or something if you had it, or maybe one of those +4s. You stayed patient right there. Talk to me about the patience game right there on that game 1. That was definitely one of the more skilled games we've seen you play on the patience. I'm not even going to say I was Draw City because you could have easily saved some of that good stuff. Yoshi, I had a feeling with all that kind of weird switching. Were you fishing? Was I right to assume that? And that was a bluff play on the early wild, trying to see if Brad would fish you some ammo back? Is that what we're looking at here?
I mean, kind of. I was kind of just waiting for the right numbers to come my way, or just something. I didn't have anything too crazy. He ended up getting 2 +4s, which was I guess I should have seen. I didn't know when he was going to get the run, but I guess that switch into the red did it, which is unfortunate. There's only one other thing I could have done to set it back, but with 2 +4s, it still would have been pretty hard. I didn't have any +4s myself, so not much I could really do that game.
Yeah, we'll see what Cedar. That looked like a textbook game of. This is what we've seen from Brad, right? He's been very patient. He's been very weird on the right. You don't know when he's going to run because he has this weird. We hadn't seen a single play more than 2. I knew I could say he's been good with the pace management. We've been seeing this from Brad. I knew I could play this, even though I had the ammo game to be more aggressive. He's been very patient. And sometimes we have not been able to play patient with this bot, right? We've seen absolute aggression. In a world full of aggression, Brad's going to take it slow, which is interesting. Your thoughts on that game 1? I don't mind the call, actually. Normally I'm a guy that says, let's keep it high, but you got to try some. With the way the bot's been rolling, I don't mind the 8-card call, especially since it's game 1 out of 10 more to go. There's a long way to go. And you get 3 home games, too. So that's interesting from Brad there. A big textbook win. Brad, I mean, so far you handled the pressure pretty well. You did a good job. I got to say, that was good on your approach there. I think you could be happy with that performance there. I think that was a clean game, and I think Yoshi can accept that too. In a sense, he tried the bluff play, and it almost worked, right? Because you could have easily went +4, +4, or +2, +2, and that sends Yoshi with some ammo, and it was good timing right there. It was good anticipation, just reading the defense right there. That's a good win. I'll admit that seemed like a better game than what we saw game 1 of the Yoshi Tagoe series. That was hell. So this is definitely a little bit more cleaner from the bot, despite the red reverse star. That's something to note. But it is a long way to go. This can change in game 3, 4, for all we know. Who knows? Right now, it was clean by that standard. Wait for Caesar's thoughts. And like I said, I've been too busy with this shark cutting. Yeah, Brett, trying to pace manage. You're good, man. No worries. Not a problem. All right, Yoshi, it's still free board. Caesar will do the honors. What are we going to do for game 2?
Oh yeah, I just realized this game this game finally reached 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Just
Compared to the entire series that of my last matchup. But anyway, I'll go 11 for this one.
All right. We'll go to the 11. We'll go 3 up. Don't remind us. Yeah, that was a crazy. Not even one game reached 10 minutes, which is the classic endurance battle. That's just the front end of the endurance battle. All right, well, Brad on the pace management up 1-0. Good job from him. They're going to join in. Here comes Yoshi. Here comes Brad. Brad looking for another win here to go 2-0 and some normal. Blue 4, which will be Nom's card next year. And right now, Caesar, you look at pace management from Brad. I know you're with your nephew, but it's been working for him, right? He's been playing this game, and it's been working. Got to respect that. Let's see what happens here now as he fires in his first card. He's just going to go 1 down, and he was the first guy to switch. I don't think that's going to matter much. Most of these guys here are playing the switch heavy. These two know when to switch at the right time in accordance with. I don't think that's going to be a problem today. At least I don't believe it'll be a problem today. Here comes Yoshi now with Brad playing into the green. Not an issue there. Not an issue at all. Just got to play this one clean. They know it's a long way to go. Long series as Yoshi plays it clean again. Textbook. Brad already trying this again. I mean, he's been trying this strat. He's been playing this patient game. It's been his MO. It's been the patience game. It's been winning games for Brad. There's no doubt. 2 this time from Yoshi here. Brad, is he patient again? Or is it just another top deck heaven where you can just run the green? Here comes Brad. Now looking for something here. If it goes bad, Brad, obviously down possession. He's going to switch it. Okay. Pandora's nowhere close to being open. Long way to go on Pandora's here. We're still waiting on red. And in my opinion, we just got the yellow, so we're still waiting on some crescendo on the yellow. Here comes Brad now looking for some runs, maybe. Or is he just going to play this one clean? No, he goes top 4. Brad playing it clean. Sorry about that. I checked the audio levels. My mic was a little bit loose there. Comes Yoshi now looking to attack. Or does he play clean again? Long way to go in this series. Like I said, maximum 10 more games on the potential docket, or could be less. We'll find out. Taking a long time. Oh, my word. Double play there from Yoshi looking for the triple quad. Oh, my goodness. That's oh, yeah, it's off the start for sure. That's it, because let me just make sure. Yeah, off the start, 100%, because there's not a single draw. Yoshi, that seemed like once again just fell into your favor there. That one switch, that's all you needed, lock and key. Plan A, nothing really to add. And this has been the MO for you. These short games, and you got it done. Oh, we stopped the clock.
Yeah, wait. I think we both ended on a 6-bagger in these first 2 games, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't have an insane hand, but with the actions able to chain everything, able to chain almost every color, it definitely helped. That switch to yellow was exactly what I needed, so it was just unfortunate. It was just an unfortunate switch from Brad. I mean, I don't think he could really have guessed what I was trying to do. Probably could have just tried drawing it out. He probably just took he figured it would be better to take the risk in switching instead of keeping it green. If he kept it green, I would have had to draw back because, the run wouldn't have been as clear. So I would have had to try something different, and ended up working out. So yeah, just clean game from me. We'll see. It's still early though. I mean, I think I'm understanding a little bit more about what Brad likes to do.
Brad, you have to accept that and say, hey, you know what? I don't mind the switch there, right? You hadn't seen Pandora's was open. You take the gamble there. You got the 1-0 lead. We're just a little. Oh my God! Why does the clock keep starting? Sorry about that. Were you just accepting that, saying, hey, you know what? I accept that, right? I couldn't use all 4 colors effectively. Let's go to that 3rd color and then work. Or did you really have nothing and try a little bit more of a workaround strat? What was that mindset there? I mean, it was a 2-minute game. Hard to really ask much. And this is where sometimes in these short games, you really have to say it's condensed plan A. And I thought it's something, I didn't expect the run to come down. Okay, it's more timing. Only difference here was minimal, actually no draw city from Yoshi. So that was just a mistake there, but not really a big mistake, just a little bit of, hey, you know what, got to chalk it up to, I didn't see all 4 colors. I went for the gap. We just accept that. That's how I saw it, Caesar. Not really much to say on these short games, right? Especially when a player doesn't draw, it's straight plan A. You got to say it's plan A, right? And you got to accept that. That's all we can do. All right, as usual, just can't pick the last start, so no 11, Yoshi. Last home game till game 7. What's it going to be?
Yeah, I'll go 1 up. Let's do 12.
All right, 12 it is. Now we go 12 cards. Bad Brad, Yoshi, tie game now. Long way to go. If Brad wins this game, he gets up 2-1, gets the homestand back, but this is Brad. Realistically, it doesn't matter what the score is until it's over. He's knowing how to make a comeback in every avenue. Yellow 8 now, something clean. For Yoshi, he made the comeback against Todd. That was his first real sense of adversity this entire tournament. He had been in control up to that point, really. Brad now deafens up as usual, the classic Bad Brad strat, yellow 9. What will it be here from Yoshi's Bad Brad? Or Bad Brad deafens up. Will be from Brad. Yoshi has the momentum off that game 2 now at the back, as I like to call it, the old backtrack, looking for a double on a win. Really. So Brad, nothing early. Intriguing. Interesting from Brad. Nothing going on here. Double play from Yoshi. Bad. Nothing here early. Seems like that game 1 was a little bit of pace, man. He's going to stay drawing back. Interesting from Brad. There's the switch. Maybe that's what Brad was waiting for. Let's see. He runs into that green. Yoshi early with the lead here. After a couple nice plays on a double. And of course, did the switch over. Brad just goes into that green as well. +2 from Yoshi. That's early. That's real early from him. Interesting. Interesting +2. It sends Bad Brad packing back a little bit. Yoshi on the doorstep now. There's the table check. Still only 1 minute in. This is where Yoshi's strategy. These 5 minutes are under a game. Brad has been more of a guy that knows how to get into these endurance showdowns, which has been his forte. Brad thinking this one through now. Has to. Big moment right here. Early in the series, 1-1. It's still early. It's still a long way to go, right? We got 9 more games to go of this, maybe. So you have still a long way to go to plan this one through. Bad really thinking this one through. Bad Brad really thinking this one through. This is the pace management. He's trying to get everything worked out, trying to solve a couple equations in his head. That's really what he's doing right now. He's thinking and stopping. It's the way to do it. We have not seen many of these moments, right? It's refreshing to see these moments sometimes, and Brad's going to use that to his full extent right here. Now Brad types, and he's going to switch it into that blue. Interesting. Potentially giving Yoshi what he wants. But okay, that's a clue, possibly. The red now. Bad Brad gets a new color. Pandora's is open. What's it going to be from the man? See what will be from Bad Brad right here. Taking this one through. Really taking his time right here. This Brad got an end around play. He's going to go full send on it. There's big. Big from Brad. Triple play. He sends Yoshi packing back. And we got ourselves a new ball game just like that. Brad ties the game up with just like that with a little +2 heaven. Interesting from Brad. He's a guy that really plays conservative when he needs to, but he knows when to pull the plug and be aggressive when he has to. We'll see what it'll be right here. Brad is a guy that he's understood a lot of the platform and a lot of the ammo control lately. Yoshi's a guy that can just run this ammo, though, when we get into a shootout. Something to note. But that's just a triple play. Brad now, new color, 11 cards, long way to go. Long way to go for both of these guys. They know what's at store. It's been an interesting game on the ammo, Caesar. Very, very weird in the sense that we really don't know, right? Because that +2 could have easily given Brad +2s in returns. Maybe the draw city early from Brad, he had nothing, was just saving up. Hard to know, right? Very hard to know what each got in return off that investment, I guess you'd say. For Brad now, it's been his MO, though. I mean, he's not changing the game. This is just classic Bad Brad. He's not changing this game. He's taking his time, running this one effectively. He's going back to red, thinking this one through. Trying a little number efficiency here from Brad, the PO style. Yoshi runs into that, though. Brad runs into it as well. What's it going to be from Yoshi? He's going to play the red 2, 50% off special, half off. Brad he's really liking this right now. He's liking this red, trying to see if Yoshi bites on a switch, maybe. Nope, there's the switch. Bad Brad now. Maybe this is what he wanted. I don't know. Let's see what it'll be from Brad here. He gets out of it triple. Interesting. Interesting from Brad. Trying to avoid that yellow. Tie ball game. Does Yoshi draw back here? No. Now does Brad... Okay, well, Brad, what is that? A self-ditto. Yep. There's the drawback. Now Brad can run. But he's not going to. He's truly an ISO play. Brad gets out of the jam. What will be from Brad? Nothing. We're going to draw city. So once again, this is similar to game 1. Very, very orchestrated. Excuse me. Very orchestrated. Not too much OP on the ammo. Very orchestrated game here. Similar to game 1. Draw city now decides this a little bit, and we'll kind of see who blinks and winks. Game 2 is definitely more play on that. We saw that. This one's more game 1 similarities. Hard to say what the advantage would be because ammo's been pretty distributed evenly here. It's going to come down to who has the more decisive character run. They're going back now, so we're back on the track. Drawing from Yoshi. Let's look at Brad here. He's got the possession arrow, though. That's the big thing for Brad. Possession arrow in Brad's favor. No matter what, until a play is made here. What will be from Yoshi right here? Looking to tie the game here, potentially, and take the lead. He's going to go first. Okay. On that red. Brad, okay. Clean, efficient. Now they both run the red. More efficiency right here. Brad triple play. Make it a quad. Brad for the lead. Brad with the triple play into the quad. Goes up by 3 now. 2-possession game for Yoshi if he can play a card. Did Brad run out? That's the key for Brad. Did he run out? We're going to find out right now. He did. Interesting. So Brad tries a little bit of a strategy where he's doing some self-isoing. Let's see. Yoshi's just going to run the greens like he should, and we're tied again. Brad, never mind. Top deck, Kevin. Got it back. Brad with the lead now. Off of top deck. We think top deck. Here comes Yoshi with a double. Yep. He's got the lead now. Brad, nah, he's just content. Okay. Table check from Yoshi, 4-6. Brad right now, he seems pretty comfortable just drawing back here. Let's see what Yoshi will do right here. Probably thinking about that ammo. If he has it. 9-minute game so far. There's the +2, looking for a double. Oh, huge run right here. Double, looking for the triple. Interesting. Not the finish, though, because he checked the table. So Brad now gets +6, and he's at 12 now. So he's back at the starting cards here. So Brad now +12 in his favor so far in these +2s. Will be, or +6, excuse me, but now at 12, he could have, yeah, there's the +2. That's kind of expected there. Not a surprise right there. No surprise there from Brad, just throws the +2. It may have been finished, who knows. Yoshi draws, so Brad now can town this yellow. All right, let's see what Brad will do. A lot of cards in Brad's favor right now. You got to think if he gets it, if he gets him a check start at that. Whoa! Well, now Yoshi can really draw back here. Oh boy, Brad, we saw this against Toaster Guy. Well, maybe not here. This is interesting from Yoshi with the wild check, possibly. Does Brad have a cross counter on the wild? Yep, there it is. It's back, and it's in the red. There's the 7. So Brad gets out of it with a wild of his own crossover. Great move from Bad Brad there. Had a feeling it was coming, too. And he's going to go ISO play. Interesting. Similar to what Yoshi did in the Game 1. This is almost the exact carbon copy of Game 1 Caesar. It's been a good finale so far. Excluding that Game 2 where it was Plan A, this has been good. Both have been crossing over a ton. Now, Bad Brad going to draw back. He was the one to initiate that crossover. Wilds have been flushed now, 2 of them off the back pockets. Mental game is coming into play now for sure. A lot of mental game. Brad really, really, really content with this draw city. He's been firing away with this. You can see it, and he's content. And this is the thing right now, Caesar. When the game starts to get longer, it's over. It's over 10 minutes, right? That's endurance, right? It's not classic Darkened. We're never going to see that, I don't think, where we start getting those stupid games. But that's just a top deck right there into a double play. Yoshi just gets the possession arrow built. Is Brad content more here? Is Brad content more, or is he just going to do a little filler play on this one? Let's see. Brad really loading up here now. Taking his time. Bad Brad. Long way to go now as both guys have been through the ringer. Brad back to 11, 6-11 right now on the scoreboard for the fans at homes. Waiting on Brad. There's a +4. Triple play from Brad. He's going to get Yoshi sent back. Interesting. Interesting from Brad right there. Yoshi's drawing back now. Brad looking to 7. He's going to go aggressive right here. Brad with the aggression. You know, you look at Bad Brad, he's been content with the draw city, so you wonder if that's something to note as we go more aggression from Yoshi, trying to get him off here. Three bagger right there. Starts to close the gap a little bit. Still Brad's possession and the lead. Looking for 6. Make it 5 for Brad. Brad in the driver's seat now with this blue potential, or they run out. He's been very content all game. What will it be from Bad Brad here? He goes back to yellow from Brad. Huge ISO play. That's undercut. Okay. Undercut into that clean green. What will it be here from Brad? He's going to roll with it. Nothing crazy. Brad clearly favoring that yellow, too. And the blue trying to play this tricky. What will it be from Brad right here now? Starting to run it down. Yoshi's trying to go crazy undercut. A little bit of CT strats with the Tagoe. We saw with Tagoe. That's huge from Brad. Third wild used, and that is a big move from Bad Brad. What a textbook wild save this is finished. What a textbook play. Textbook from Brad. Wow. Brad, that was incredible, man. The way you saved that wild, the way you have stayed patient and didn't let that go out of your hand, that was incredible, man. Because in the past, I feel like you would have burned all that ammo and you would have given Yoshi all the momentum. Incredible. Talk to me about just the craftsmanship right there. Because you've won the 2 games, in my opinion, where it had to go endurance bout. Did you force Yoshi into that yellow, saying, hey, he's been undercutting a lot. Let's gamble on the undercut and save those. Talk me through. That was textbook. That was good. Yoshi, you have to respect that, man. You can't. You threw the wild on the blue. And I knew right there and then. He'd have the crossover because of the way the draw city works. Usually, it splits on 1-to-1 when these games get over 15 minutes. Is that what you have to accept and say, hey, Brad did a good job in the patience game? You got to accept that. Crazy games. You played really well too. I just think Brad had that extra wild. Yeah. That was it.
Oh yeah. There came a point where all the draws I was getting was not helping me at all, and I kind of didn't think I was gonna win. I felt it just seemed like he was getting more than I was. So I probably should have played a little bit smarter early on to keep it in my favor. I took some risks, didn't work. So it's all right though. It's only 2-1, and then hopefully this can continue to be back and forth because I mean that's what I did with Tagoe. So I don't want this to start fading. I don't want this to start going way too much into his favor. I gotta get one back for sure. Yeah, that was good though. That was a good game though.
I was pretty sure I could run you out. I did pretty good draws there, but again, waiting it out was and once again, see, this has been the textbook ever since that Ellison game where you could just see the whole mind shift of Brad. He's just changed his complexion of the game. He's played a lot more patient. And it's almost, I'm not going to say it's vintage dark, right? Because there's no one will ever be dark. But it's a hybrid dark style that people aren't seeing. I think he's doing a great job of just really mixing up the looks and really playing that eye candy, right? Like an offensive. We know Brad is a guy that watches football. He watches sports a lot, and you start to wonder if he starts to understand the platform a little bit more early, because he's done a good job to weather the storm and take the 2-1 lead. Definitely, just those wild saves was incredible. It reminded me a lot of just that game one, but it also reminds me of a certain guy in this VC that knows that thing or two. That's name is Caesar as well, because it does remind me a little bit of Caesar as well when he knows how to save the wild. It's vintage stuff. I thought Yoshi played that exceptional, though. I thought making the break on the blue wild was there, but you got to accept and say, hey, you know what? He had the back end. That was just textbook, I think, by both. They played it pretty clean. Brad ultimately won out. Thoughts on Game 4 here now as we enter a 2-1. Brad in the lead. You got to think, too, right now. Obviously, I wish I had more people here. It'd be nice to kind of banter off with. But you got to think right now, for both players, it's about understanding the field. Brad is, I wouldn't say has won this game on Plan A a lot in this tournament run. But where he's been really shining is these Plan B through G's. I mean, he's been able to find Plan B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and you get it. He's been able to do it. Yoshi's been more Plan A, but he has a Plan B and C. He just needs to find a Plan D, E, F. I think that's going to be the difference for him if he can get the momentum. I think that's what I'm seeing early from a spectator right here and commentator. We're going to find out. We'll see what Caesar thinks of this right now. Interesting game, though. Very fascinating, dynamic. A lot more. Game 1 and 3 was more just a textbook game than Game 2. We saw the Plan A. We still are going to get those, I'm sure. But this is where you want to see in a finale. A lot more textbook plays, for sure. Waiting on Caesar just for his thoughts here, and we'll get to Game 4. It's nice to play this guy. I want to thank both of you guys for playing this early in the day. Thank the Lord. Yeah, remind myself, just completely understand what Brad's doing. Until waiting for the right time to come up. He was doing just got great stuff. Yeah, 100% great stuff. And for Brad, he's got the momentum right now. No 12-pack on the board because he just won, but he's got the momentum, and we're about to find out what he likes right here. Bad Brad, no 12-pack, as we just said. What's it going to be? MCSR. What are we rolling with, buddy? Full send OG. Okay. For Bad Brad, feeling it right now. Up 2-1. First game at home in his first finale for Brad. 2 power plays apiece. Brad looking to go up 3-1 and make a statement early. And he knows what's on the line here. A win here today, he starts to join the top echelon. We started up. Bad Brad, blue 7. Bad Brad has been this patient style, right? He wants to win games over 10 minutes. It's been his quota at this rate. It's almost a trend. He needs those 10-minute wins. It's almost fuel to his fire. Yoshi has to get this into a Plan A game potentially here, and it's not easy on these higher starts, so we'll see what his strategy will be if we get to that Game 7. Well, we will get to that Game 7 unless... Actually, we will no matter what. We will have a Game 7. What am I talking about? Red 3. So Yoshi's going to play a little bit more of these CT early run strats. Brad has been typically a guy to play into it. Not really going to be faltering too much. Red reverse here. Into a double play. Hard to switch on that 0 sugar. Now Brad just going to run into it. Maybe see if he tests Yoshi on the top 4. He will. He's going to switch it. Brad still with interesting plays early. We talked about his patience. Yoshi's been more aggressive early, trying to see if we can get Brad off his game. Tie game now. Possession arrow in Yoshi's favor, as of course he did the double play. Let's see what Brad will do right here. Brad taking his time. This is what we're talking about. It's the pace management, right? You think he's got to run. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just doesn't care, right? he may be getting a drink. You don't know with Brad. He's very peculiar. He's a guy. He knows how to play this very tricky, and that's what makes him dangerous. His pace management game is very lethal. It's this hybrid dark style, which not a lot of people ever venture into. It's almost impossible to venture into because Dark plays this really, really slow game, but Brad is trying to find a hybrid system here. Brad taking his time once again. It's been his MO, trying to get these into an endurance battle. It's the mental game, as Caesar talked about. Brad really taking his time now, thinking this one through, trying to get in the head of Yoshi a little bit, trying to see if he can slow this down exception. Remember, there's a way to play. There's a way to do this, and this is what Brad's finding the limit on. It's intriguing for sure. Trying to slow the game down, use that pace management, and there's a +2 from Brad. He's gonna be able to play that card right there for sure. There's the blue reverse coming in. Should be a double play. I felt there's a comeback. We'll see. Brad really taking his time right here. Should be a double play coming in here from Brad for sure. Another double play. Brad taking his time, trying to really possibly do some JT strats. We saw this with JT. Or he just threw the kitchen sink and it worked. Oh, this is a monster hand from Brad. Huge hand from Brad. Oh, my word. Monster from Brad. Nothing you can do about that. Bad Brad. That's probably the biggest monster hand he's gotten all tournament, Caesar. It has to be. And I think the bot was in due of Brad's favor. I mean, he has not been getting monster hand. Brad, I think back to your games, man. I think back to your games against ALP. You were getting 0+2, 0+4, 0 wilds. Guess the bot repaid you there at the right time. I got nothing to add. I knew something was up because you usually don't think that long. That's just monster, man. Yoshi, you can't do anything about it because you got that against Tagoe. I mean, it just happens. It's been here. Done that.
That's not what I needed when I was down 2-1, but it is what it is.
And it's what I don't got really to say. Brad up 3-1. He messed up the combo, and he still got it. I mean, that's the thing, right? Brad has not seen something like that since, I don't even remember the last time Brad has had a hand like that. Brad, do you remember the last time you had a hand like that? Maybe I think it was once against M. I think game 2 or something where you got a 6-bagger, but nothing like that, where that was just monster. Incredible. I got nothing to add. Incredible. No, I don't think you have, man. Welcome to the club, because not many people do, I guess. It's just how it happens. The bot blessed you. I mean, you hadn't had one in a long time. Guess you were due for one. I got nothing to add. Nothing really to add there. All right. Well, game 5, no 13, Brad. We're going to move right along because we have no questions. What's it going to be? We're going to go 4-1. 10 it is from Bad Brad. Brad looking to go 4-1 here. 2 power play reminder. Obviously, we're not even worrying about the power play lock. Yepez isn't here. We're not talking about that. Long way to go before we can think about that right now. Here we go. Brad, Yoshi. Well, next year that will be fixed. A little clip play on the start with yellow 5. Brad looking for the momentum. 3 away for Brad. Huge 3-1 right now. Brad looking to go up 4-1. Yoshi trying to get this back to 3-2. Brad, no matter what happens, we'll get this into a game 6 at home. We'll see what happens right here. Yellow 8, Brad pace management has been the thing for him all series, really, as Yoshi draws. Brad looking to run again. Content, and that's been his story, right? It's been the story. Mirror playing, mirror draft, whatever you want to call it. It's been the story of both players, but not this time from Brad. Interesting. Little top deck from Bad Brad. Not content. I thought he would be. Interesting. So Brad not content, but does get a switch potentially. He runs into it. They both run into that red now. Brad red 1 now. Okay. Playing it cool. Yoshi waiting for the run potentially himself. Who is that? I'll check it real quick. What do we got? Red 5 now. Oh, it's Vapor. It's 3-1 Brad. If you, I don't know, Caesar, you can tell him. I thought that was important. My bad. All good. All right, so Brad now up 3-1 for the fans at home. Sorry about that. Didn't update that. My bad on my end there. Brad up 3-1 now. Here comes Brad with a triple play coming in. Another one from Brad. Oh, my word. What is that? 2, 6, 12 cards? That's 19, not a comeback. Interesting. Brad sends Yoshi back. Interesting. It's a little toaster strat right there. I mean, he's seen it against Toast. Wow. Nothing. That was interesting. Okay. Good move on the red wild to ice out. Interesting. Brad? Yeah, thank you. Please, man. That'd be good. Brad gets a top deck there. Wild flush there from Brad. He got the wild to be flushed. I guess that's all he was looking for. Yoshi going to try a green skip here. Red skip. Try to get this ISO play. Does Brad have 4 heaven? It is 4 heaven. Brad, 2 away. Oh, big statement right there, Caesar. Huge statement. Brad did the toaster strat. Brad, I mean, I had to call that, right? Toaster strat, right? Get it down to Uno and see if the opponent makes the mistake. Talk to me through that one, man. That's just something you saw Toasty do, and it works sometimes. Talk to me through it. Incredible. Yoshi, it sounds like you just had nothing there, even with that plus, what was it, 12? Just nothing?
Yep. I thought his last card was a wild. So, but no, yeah. It didn't seem to matter basically, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that red was my only red left. So it's not like I could have. I literally just did everything right. The two reds that I had, he had the game won. So like, I don't know. That was just kind of I literally couldn't have done anything else, maybe except draw on the skips, which in hindsight would have been better. But my hand was just rough, and I figured that with my hand he could have easily gotten a +4 bailout. So like, I just wanted to try and get back. I try to get closer. Couldn't even get close. So oh well.
Brad, 2 away. You got to stay. I know you, man. You've been locked in this entire tournament. You've been on house money. I already know your mindset, my friend. Stay locked in. Anything can happen. You got the momentum right now. Great job using that toaster strat. I think that you summed it up perfectly. Keep it short and simple to the point. Sometimes you got to, you'll land on the right number, man. Incredible. I got nothing to add. That's basically that's all I got. So let's go to game number 6. Caesar, Brad is he's doing the job right now. He's looking hot. Can't do 10. He gets his game number 6 call with 2 power play. What's it going to be? He goes 1 call up to the 11. Bad Brad 2 games away with those power play. Yoshi needs this one. It's almost must win at this rate. Here we go. Bad Brad looking for the 5-1 right here. He gets a red 8 start. He's deafened up. Brad starts it off with a red 1. Not surprising. Does Yoshi play more aggressive now? Does he play more cleaner on the switches? It's red 8. Okay, so it's a little bit of a ditto off the bot. Interesting. So Brad self-ditto in the bot. Yoshi gonna draw back. Brad can run with the lead. Looking for 8 from Bad. Already a wild check from Bad Brad. Interesting. And just goes 1 up this time. Okay. Sorry about that. I get a drink of water there. Bad Brad with the early wild play. Interesting. He's been doing his bluff package really well, though. You gotta think, Caesar. He's been doing this really well with this bluff package, so it could mean nothing at the same time. You just never know with Brad. Here comes Brad now. Just the top 4. Yoshi draws out. Brad now looking to run. It's 5 to 10 potentially on for Brad here. Remember, at the fans at home, obviously. Brad looking for 2 more to get to 6 and close it out. Yoshi needs he's got a long way to go to start the comeback. Power plays are on the board as always. Dos on dos. Brad taking his time as usual. Looking for a double. Quint, oh my goodness. Game. Bad Brad 1 away. Bad Brad is 1 away off the monster hand and has dose power play. Brad, the whole tournament, you have not been getting the hands, my friend. And at the right time, at the right place, it's coming all together. I have nothing to add, man. You're 1 away from clinching this away and taking care of business. How have you been able to stay on the platform, my friend? Incredible job. Incredible. I mean, I don't really got anything to say. The whole tournament you've had to scrap, and now you're getting it. Yoshi, is that how it be sometimes? I mean, Brad is he just found a way there. Nothing to say.
I think that's the second. Yeah, no, that's the second game where he's had 2 +4s and I've had 0. Or something like that. I don't know. He had a run where multiple. I feel like almost every game I've lost, he's just been on this big run that I literally had nothing. There's nothing to stop him. So, I think the bot. Yeah, There's a few things I could see. I could see where maybe one. And I'm not even playing bad because if I tried something different, he probably would have won just a little bit of a different way. So, just a matter of. I mean, I feel like here it's I'll have to figure out how I win, how I come back from this, and what to even do, because I mean, this is even. It seems impossible, but I'm just gonna see how far I can take it at this point. I don't even think I'm playing bad. I just think he's getting the hands when he needs to. Nothing I can do.
Sorry about that. It's a situation with Caesar's power went out. All good, Caesar. All good. Okay. Well, that's great. He'll still be able to ref the game. We're just gonna have to fix that. That's all right. Well, Brad, I mean, you got 2 power plays. I mean, just your thoughts on that game before we move into this game 7 now. I mean, you stayed composed, you had the cards, and yeah, you got the momentum. I don't got much to add. Just your thoughts here. You'll be on the road for this next one. A little brown out from Caesar. All good. All right, sounds good from Brad. All right, Yoshi, it's what? Oh, well, hold on a minute. What? Oh man, was it 11, Caesar? I don't even remember the last. What was it? 11?
Oh yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Well, okay, I remembered. Okay. All right, no 11. Everything else on the board. Game set.
All right. Well, this could be it for me, but I'll just, since it's game 7, I'll go to the OG, see what happens here.
All right, OG it is. Bad Brad, 2 power plays. Yoshi, 2 power plays. Here we go. Brad's in, looking for one more to finish the job. Yoshi starts it up with a red 4, needs 5 more. Long way to go. Plays a red 3 early. Power play on the board after this turn as always. Brad aggressive early, interesting. Aggressive from Brad right there with the switch. Looking for 5 right here. Here goes Brad. He's really aggressive with the switching. Interesting. Double play from Yoshi. Brad now with the switching. Aggressive. Here he comes. Oh. That's great. Classic might. Crikey. Yoshi plays into that yellow. Brad now looking for something right here. Just plays it cool. Stretching back there. Here comes Yoshi looking for check. Got the +4. It's 1 minute game, and we're going to a game 8. So that's 1 back for Yoshi. Yoshi, that's just plan A. I don't think you drew, right? Nope, you didn't draw. So you just got the switches you needed. That was pretty clear. Same. What was that? Just like your first game win. That's it.
Yeah, I needed that.
Pretty much it.
Could have used the power play, but I wanted to save them in case I can keep this going. It's good to see that it's not a big wash if I end up losing here. I'm just trying to fight back when I can, and I was able to do it with the +4. I think I'm trying to I haven't seen a whole lot of +4s for me, but that one was definitely helpful. So we're just gonna try and keep this going, and I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's still a long way to go. I definitely have a lot I need to do to get this back. but I have a few tricks up my sleeve. I'm gonna see if I can bring it to a game where I could actually win the whole thing. We'll see. Glad to have got that back though. 6-1 would be pretty rough. I mean, if at least here I got one back if I end up losing the next game, but I'm gonna keep fighting.
Brad, do you accept that saying, hey, it's plan A, what are you going to do? I mean, you didn't draw, right? You were just trying some things. You got 5 more shots here. Is that just something you accept here as we go into this game 8? We'll see what Brad's at. Yeah, you just everything right. It is what it is. That's all I got, man. That's been his 2-minute wins, right? It's been his 2-game wins. Just when you don't draw, you don't really got much questions to ask. Just keep it going. I don't really got much to say. All right, well, no 7, Yoshi. That's it. What do we got?
Well, it's game 8. Let's go 8 cards.
All right, cool with me. Wasn't that the crazy? Yeah, I think it was crazy. Yeah, I think it was crazy 8s. I think on the first start. Yeah. Now it's all coming back to me. All right, 8 cards we go. Brad's still looking for one more. Yoshi's got a long way to go. All right, we're starting at. It's fitting. Yellow 8. Why not? Yellow 4 here. Double play from Brad early. Let's see what Yoshi will do here. Brad with the lead. Yellow 2. Brad looking for a 5 now, excuse me. So these talk about these moments now as Brad deafens up. It's all about just understanding the platform and building that momentum. That's really it. Goes with the switch. So Brad automatically have 5 with a little switch action. In the game 9, if we go to a game 9, we'll be in Brad's homestand. Nothing from Yoshi. Brad can run. He just runs it clean. Brad to 4. +2 from Yoshi. Looking for a triple. Quad now, back to yellow. Interesting. Brad two with freshies though. Let's see what he can do. Yoshi off the draw there. A little early off the draw. He's down at 3. Brad now will rethink. Brad rethinking. That's where the pace management comes in. This will be the key. Brad really taking his time now. Brad really just trying to observe what he's got to do here and run it cleaner. He goes to the red. Interesting. Sorry about that. Power play. There's Brad with the power play. Oh boy. So Brad with the power play now, looking to see here. +2 from Brad. Another +2. He's done a lot of things right. But for bad Brad today, a +4 in the pocket. He's at it. Yoshi's going to draw. There it is, boys. Bad Brad is now a tournament winner. The man from Washington State. He's come all the way back where he was dead in multiple occasions. Finds a way. 6-2. Brad, textbook. Textbook today. Masterclass. Whatever you want to say. Thoughts on just winning this, man? I mean, that's incredible, man. You put in the effort that right now you're looking like the #1 player in this league, straight up. The way you've been playing this game, the way you were textbook all here, talk to me through it. Incredible job, man. Incredible job to win it here. You deserve this finale. 4 is yours, Brad. 4 is yours. Yoshi, your thoughts on this? I mean, it just seemed like it was inevitable.
So that was unfortunate because, I mean, I guess that he was taking his time. He probably was 1 turn away, and even if I power played before, it wouldn't have mattered because he had a +4 and 2 +2s. Like, I just had nothing. I mean, if he didn't power play there, I would have power played to finish mine. But that's all I could do. There was no way I was going to do a power play 1 turn before, and even if I did, he had this huge run prepped up anyway. Think here, you know.
Oh, that was huge.
Let me see. That's kind of crazy. I mean, in all fairness, I was one. If he didn't finish the game there, well, I don't know. I mean, that's interesting. I was in a rough. To be fair, I think my hand wasn't the greatest here, but I definitely was close to winning. I was close to winning, so it was like, it's like whatever. So I think I'm gonna take this as a learning curve. I mean, think in situations where I could have won, it would have been questionable for me to go for those plays. So like, I can't really blame myself for losing. I think he just played better, and he was very patient, and I think that is a very valuable tool to have. Like, yeah, I'm willing to. It did seem like that. I'm okay with games going long. I just think Hero just didn't go my way. This was just kind of a coincidence that the games that I won were the fastest. But yeah, it sucks to go out, but I think I can feel good over the fact that I didn't make any big mistakes. I'll have to look back and see what I could have done differently. But the way I see it, the hands he was getting, even if I was playing at my best, it probably would have only just delayed the inevitable. I feel like the bot just seemed like they wanted Brad to win tonight, or maybe not. They want to win today, and I'm not gonna blame the bot. I'm not gonna say it was all luck because I think Brad, you have to because the way he played, I think it seems like he was countering well what I didn't have, and it's unfortunate to not make this closer, but I think that's just because the bot was not a fan of me. Was not a huge fan of me, I at least got 2 games on the board, and I think with the power plays, it's just never really got a chance to use it when I was thinking about using it, because either Brad got to the finish first, or in this case, he used the power play before I could. So I think I did all I could, really. I think it would have liked for this to be closer, because I think we are definitely closer skill wise than this score seems. I'm sure there's some things I can improve overall, but it's something I'll have to look at in the future. But I'm glad to have made it this far, and Brad, congrats to Brad. That was just played very, very well. I think we both played clean. I took some risks, and then after that, I wasn't really given much opportunity to go against what Brad was what Brad had in store.
Brad, I
So
want to. Yeah, let's get this to Brad. I know he's got a lot to say here.
okay.
Brad, your journey is incredible, man. I want to say this: when you lost to me, right? You even said, "I remember you." I have elephant-like memory, Brad. And you're gonna. I remember you saying, "Just drop your damn run already, KT. I know you got it. Come on, Brad." I remember you saying that. I was laughing, but I remember the post-game quote, man. Is, "I got a lot to learn from this game," and you didn't learn, right? You didn't against M. You really didn't. And then you got 2 punches to the ribs, and then you had a third punch with Ellison, and then that Uno call. Think about it, if you don't play that Uno call out against Ellison, if JT never screws up, you had no +2s and +4s against ALP those games 7, 8, and 9, I believe. Somehow found a way to win. And then we knew you were going to steamroll a little bit with the hands, but you never got them again. You had a fight. Toaster guy was a clean game. Just your thoughts on this run, man, from where you were in March to now. I know you're a man of few words. I know you're a guy that doesn't talk much, but just how proud are you of yourself? Because you're at the top of the peak now, man. You're at the mountain. You're at the top of the mountain. You're up there with the top players. You've done it again. I mean, you kept the rookie class strong, right? We've had 2 rookie winners, myself. And the crazy stat here is, Brad and Caesar, you're going to notice, think about everybody that won this year. The number 7 won in KT. That's my league number. Captain was a 7 seed. Brad is a 7 seed. Something about the 7th heaven this year is working. Where last year, it was just the 6th overall. It was the 6th overall. The multiples of 6. 6th overall. 12 overall. 18th overall. 24th overall. This year, it's been 7 heaven. The lucky 7s, man. But Brad, just your thoughts on overall from where you came from, where you said, KT, drop your damn run when you know I had game, to now you join me as a winner. Hard to believe, man, because usually when you have those moments where, especially against the M, where you lost in that heartbreaker, most guys would crumble. You found a way and built this platform that I don't know if we're ever going to see again. Just your thoughts. It's mind-boggling to think you won, considering all the times you could have been out. You could have been dead. You could have been shot, and you found a way. Talk to me through it, man. Yoshi, I'll let you finish your thoughts. My fault. Before we go to Caesar, I just wanted to get that out for you. That was crazy. It's crazy to think that he won, being dead multiple times. Insane.
Yeah, I think you could definitely argue that, Brad had this coming, where he probably hasn't gotten super lucky. The bot hasn't given him much, and like you said, he when he needed it most, he got it, and and I think that's fair, right? Because I had some luck. I had some luck, especially against Drip. I had back and forth against Tagoe, so that was kind of even. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it was just a battle of the players who kind of got away with players making mistakes and being resilient to the end, and I couldn't come back from I came back from a 5-3, but I couldn't come back from a 5-1, and in my head, I'm like, it is basically over, so I just gotta see how far I can take it. And I didn't want to go all the way back down to 5-6 because I don't. I didn't think it was gonna work a second time in a row. I wanted to go low, but not too low. That was kind of my thought process, and it nearly worked. But when he had that, what was it? When he had the when he had the number efficiency, there was nothing left for me to do. So I think I'm just gonna have to take this as at least I got this far. I could do it again. We'll see in the next tournament. And now now I'm not safe into Super League, so just got to get a few more wins to really make sure I'm still I still have a shot, still have a good shot at making it. But I've enjoyed my time here. And Brad and Brad, you deserve this win. I guess after all the craziness that's happened, I mean, you played clean when you needed to. I think if we did another best of 11, it would be a lot closer than this. I just think the bot liked you a bit more tonight, and that's fair. I think that's all fair because he didn't get much early on, and he got it more towards the end. And I think I had my crazy win against Drip, so it's fair. It's all fair. Definitely gonna take this as, I got this far. It was fun while it lasted, and I'm gonna try and show that this is not gonna be a one-time thing. Maybe not. I don't need to make the finale again, but I can at least I'll at least try to make a decent run, another decent run. And if I do that, I can for sure get into Super League. But it just shows the road won't be over for me, and that's okay. I'm ready for anything. So, thank you for the match, Brad, and it was fun. I'll see. I hope to see you in Super League, but for now, I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board, see what I can improve on, and T4, and hopefully T4, I get at least one win. Just again, looking for at least one win so that I don't end up in trouble going into the last tournament. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully the bot, praying for the bot here and, not being super crazy with its hands like it was this tournament.
All right, let's go to Brad's comment. It was really downhill. It felt like it got easier every game. I never thought I could win, but it was really hard in the first two series. The next series went the distance, but I was more in control. It took until round 4 for me to win before max games. But then against Toasty and Yoshi, kind of rhymes, I won by 2 games and 3 games respectively. There's still 2 more tournaments. I'm locked in, but I'm still battling for a bye. I did get helped by the bot here, better than the results said. And you look at Brad, man, we'll go to Caesar with the last words. You look at Brad, I think back, like I said, Caesar, you mentioned it off the top, the mental game. We're going to look back and say, yes, Brad, okay, but many ways, he shouldn't have won, right? Because I disagree. I think this guy has improved his game almost lethal. I know he's been talking about trying to find that Ashley's foresight. I think he's got it. Right, the way he plays this game now, he doesn't check the table much. He's really trying to play pace management like Dark, hybrid styles, eye candy. He's playing this game like an O coordinator, and the moment he figures that out, which he did here, and he figures this out in the next tournament even, he's going to start turning into the head coach. And the old ball coach, Brad, it could be someone scary. Your thoughts on just Brad's prospects for this next tournament? He knows he's joining an elite company, man. He's joining the likes of myself and Cap as winners. Automatically, he's going to become because of the rules, right? He'll automatically be a legend next season because he won a tournament. Who knows what theme he's going to pick, but the prize we'll talk in privately. But just your thoughts on Brad and his mental game. It showed. I think Yoshi's got a lot to learn from this. I think he'll take this game constructively, saying, hey, there's 60 guys that should have been here, right? There's 60 guys that would kill for this spot to be in a finale, let alone a Final Four. So maybe 59 because we only had 63 players enter. But still, I mean, you got to respect that We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how this one goes. But just your thought on Brad. Man, incredible stuff. I mean, you look at Brad. He's gonna have probably a sleepless night. Probably gonna pinch himself and enjoy his event tonight. Probably a happy camper. I don't really know. We'll wait for Caesar to end this, and I'll end the stream. But I want to thank the fans while we talk about this a little bit. You know, we are on a 2-week summer break. I know Yoshi mentioned the bot. Look, we are working on that next year. That's probably what I'll be doing over break, literally. Working on that. But we have Super League reveal. Let's see. I did think, but Brad did count with the bot. He made it count. That's it. His mental game. We'll see how Brad does in T4s. Everyone's going to hunt him, especially with him. So many unknowns from what I've been hearing, right? Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns. Brad's the #1 overall seed now. He's got the theme. He's got control. I mean, Brad he'll always go down now, right? No matter what happens he'll go down as the first ever T4 player in regional. Remember, we didn't do regional. He'll go down as the first #1 overall seed where we actually had the real locked-in version of the league where it's a regional, not the conference junk that Pez cooked on last year. But congratulations to Bad Brad, man. Let's end this stream. Obviously, Bad Brad, we don't have a championship graphic, but we'll get it. And as, of course, Bad Brad is a Masquerade May 2024 tournament winner. For the fans at home, we changed the rules this year. I know Sting said we only do best of 13 in March. It's the championship battle, right? It's March Madness champion. The rest are TW winners, Super League champion. That's how it works in the league. There's no best of 13. Mainly because if we did that, we gave too many best of 13s last year. We started best of 13s in the E8. It got too complex. We don't need to do that. There's too many people here to do that. But anyway, thanks, Sting, for the thoughts on that. But that's why we don't do the best of 13 in the finale except for March. Not even Super League. Super League is 11 too. Only March is special. Anyway, that's it for the program. Bad Brad, he's done it again. After multiple series wins, he improves his record to 9-2 and he joins the top echelon. We'll see where he is. Super League reveal #2. We'll find out. He'll be at the top of the list though for sure. What an incredible night for Yoshi. Day for you. He did a great job. We'll get their quotes for a minute. But for all of us here, I want to thank the following. Caesar, Grim for the bot with the updates, Lamas for the graphics, not short, Gerard, Zach for the logo, Dark for always the competition director, Sanford on brackets, and of course all you fans out there. I want to thank, we had Ashley with the music last tour. We're going to continue that for Super League. We got Eli showing up to most of these games. We got dedicated people such as Nick, he was out here. Alex was out here. All you fans, you guys make this league great. 18 rounds have passed. There's only 12 more rounds to go in the regular season, right? We had 3 tournament winners, 2 more to go. Or did Brad, Cap, and KT find some more redemption and get a double back? We're going to find out. The biggest tournament's coming up next, though. This is the setup. This is moving day at the old Uno MRE land, right? The moving day tournament. You got to make it happen in T4, unless your name is Brad, Cap, or KT now. Anything's up for grabs. For all of us here at Uno MRE, I'm KT. One last congratulations to Bad Brad. Celebrate that champ. That's the way to close it out. Have a good night. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Congratulations to Brad.